Greetings, greetings. Linda Talaferro coming back at you. I know you guys are probably surprised. You're like, oh, she's on again. Yes, I'm on again. I'm on again because had a conversation recently that I wanted to share with you. It's just kind of reiterating some things that I've shared with you before, but I think it's always extremely critical and beneficial when I can share aha moments with clients that I have. So I had a recent conversation with a client and fairly new, working together. And she made a statement. She was like, Linda, I've been, listening to you for a while. Actually, a friend turned me on to you. And I just recently decided to try what you've always been talking about, and that is the personal side of my professional journey. Just because I've been, in this game for a while, for 10 years, and I've always been so focused on the professional, not even thinking at all about the personal. And she said, to the point where, I'm even focused on eating healthy, getting some rest, just really taking care of my body because I had totally ignored it. And then she said, but here's the piece that really made the difference. I was doing some self-reflecting to understand, why have I ignored my body? Why have I not made the best choices? And I realize it's because I tend to devalue myself. I tend to put myself second, third, or fourth. And she said, it's when I had that realization, when I got that aha moment, and I started saying, you know what? No, I can't devalue myself. I have to make time for what I need. I have to make time to cook dinners instead of ordering out, to not take shortcuts, to do things for me. And she said, and it's when I made that connection and started, she said, even the smallest things that I started to change, I felt better. I said, isn't that the case? I mean, I can tell you, for me, um, I've always put myself last. I always have. My daughter was first. My husband was first, my mom, everybody else. I would give, give, give. And then when it came time for me, I was like, maybe I shouldn't buy those pair of shoes. Oh, I really should, take care of this rather than, you know, um, go and, go to yoga class, which you got to know, I love yoga. So, and been missing it. Going to do that class tomorrow, 10:30, virtual yoga. Just had to let you know that, because value is back. Fixed that a long time ago. And what she was sharing with me is, when she made that decision, that mindset shift to start looking at what was necessary, important, and needed for her, and started paying attention to that and giving it her energy and doing those personal things, she saw the difference in her career. She saw the difference in how she was showing up. She saw the difference in her energy level, which made a difference in how she was showing up at work, and her engagement with people and being able to connect with people. But here's the piece. I don't want you to miss the piece, because peeling back is so important. And you hear me talk all the time about who you are personally is who you are professionally. And it is so true. She devalued herself, she minimized herself, and therefore it affected how she was showing up at work. Now, one thing it didn't affect is how much she gave to her team. I mean, that was clear. But she wasn't strong in other areas, which led her to start second guessing in other areas, which led her to question certain people that she was connected with, which led her to start translating and creating issues where there weren't issues. She had that devaluing mentality, that mindset. So she even thought, well, hey, maybe my boss devalues me, or maybe this person is as well. So when she made that connection to how she was showing up personally and devaluing herself and not doing what was critical, and she saw that that translated to her career and the challenges that she was having in her career, oh my gosh, the impact she's had already in having that aha, that realization, and then making the change. So I just had to come on and share that with you because it's real. It is real. It is so real. And that's why we take the time to do the peel back when we're working on these ways to successfully get to that seat at the table or successfully get to that next level. Cannot, you just cannot, no matter how much you try, you can't separate the two. And if that's what you're doing, it's most likely 9 times out of 10, I won't say 100%, but 9 times out of 10, that's where the struggle is. That's where the roadblock is. That's why being stuck happens. I mean, it overwhelmed me when we were talking the other day. It just overwhelmed me when she had that connection, that aha moment. I could see it in her face on the Zoom call. I could just see that she was sharing again because it had already happened. But she was sharing with me how impactful it was. So I just wanted to come on briefly tonight, going into the weekend with everyone, and just drop that nugget for you again. Re-emphasize for you again how important it is to connect your personal self with your professional self. And I would love, just like I've helped her with that, I would love to help you. You can click on the link, schedule a call. I have no doubt. I can say it. I almost hesitated, but I'm not going to hesitate. I guarantee you, you will see a difference, just like she has, just like many others have. So if you're wondering why you are where you are and you've been there for a minute and you can't get out, it's because you're not connecting the personal you with the professional you. Take this little tidbit of knowledge, this little testimony, this little story I shared with you. Take it into your weekend. Think about what I've said and what I've been saying. But think about this just recent occurrence with this other individual and consider what shift you need to make so you can allow yourself to make that connection. Have a great weekend.